snowing. We're on Blizzaks. You guys know what's going to happen in this video. Got to put some more braking miles on at 7:33. Here with my buddy Tom, making use of a long-standing tradition of snow nuts. I do like these Blizzaks. Braking performance is actually super impressive. I do kind of miss the taller sidewalls from the 16-inch setup that I used to run. Feels so good to be back in one of these cars. One of the deciding factors of getting this BRZ was that it still has a handbrake. And for stuff like that, I'm glad I made the decision. Savage geese. They always make an appearance. It's almost like these Blizzaks have more traction under braking than they do acceleration. There we go. Gotta watch out for potholes. Uncharted territory here. That was awesome. You see all those marks right here?
Yeah.
He knows exactly what he's doing. Actually, he might go back that way. That's a pretty good route. I did this same road in the F-150 Tremor, and that was a really fun truck to slide because of the long wheelbase, turn everything off, plenty of power. Love how beautifully balanced these cars are. I feel like everyone misses out on their sports car driving in the wintertime because they want to store it away and keep it nice and salt-free and dry. And they're missing out on some of the best driving of the year. Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it's a little bit more like aggressively on cam than the last BRZ. I can't believe they made it sound that good and then added active sound and ruined all of it. But at least it's easy to unplug. It's like, why would you want active sound in a sports car that already doesn't have any sound deadening that you can hear the exhaust in? And most people put exhaust on this car anyway. And with the active sound, you can't hear an aftermarket exhaust as well. It's all very strange. So, one area where the last BRZ really fell short, at least my generation, my 2014, was the stock traction control. I'm really curious to see what this does with everything left on. And then we'll put it into track mode and show you guys what that's like. So, actually, let's just start here in some snow. Setting off, foot to the floor. It's really doing a good job limiting power. Whereas before, standard traction control would just completely kill power, and it was a really rudimentary system. Whereas this lets you get quite a bit of forward acceleration, even with the system on. And you'll just get a flashing traction control light. So, good on Subaru for tuning that properly, finally. That may have also happened in the refreshed BRZs after 2017, but I'd never tested it. Track mode turns traction control off, but leaves stability control at the front end on, and gives you a little bit of intervention with the front axle. It almost slows down your slides around a corner. So you pitch it in, give it some acceleration, and you can feel a lot of brake grabbing in the front end. It's almost like drift training. Cadillac, GM have a similar system with their what's their system called? Like Stabilitrack, and they have different levels that you can set it to, but this feels a lot like Stabilitrack in that most basic setting. I'll show you guys that one more time with track mode here. So it lets you get sideways, but it's just limiting that slip angle that you can get out of a slide. Still pretty liberal though. In the dry, that actually might be a pretty good system to keep you out of more trouble than you might want to get into. I think I probably do miss my 16-inch wheels on this. Just having that little extra sidewall in the snow, being able to lower those tire pressures gives you just a little bit more traction, especially in the deep snow. And Stuff like this, it doesn't really matter, but overall, these tires are pretty impressive.
I was just going to comment on them. They're performing very well.
Yeah, I mean, Blizzak has this, it's like they get their tire technology down to almost the microscopic level where there are little divots and grooves and spaces for snow to grab that you can't even see with your eye. You have to look at it under a microscope. It's just like the compound of the tire is rough. And then you add in the siping, and then you add in the tread compound tuning with temperatures and everything, and it all adds up to be a really good overall tire. This is the second season on these Blizzaks, and they were driven quite a bit in the summer. So actually not really an ideal treatment for these tires the last year and a half, but they're still performing really well. Pretty quiet, decent dry and wet performance too, much better than the WS90s, which were very sketchy in the wet. I am quite pleased. Yeah, driving a rear-wheel drive car in winter, definitely not the turn your brain off, hands off experience that we've been experiencing lately in our 4Runners. Tom just got a 4Runner, a 5th gen, early model year. Yeah, this is a different beast for sure. It's fun. I enjoy it. I miss it.
Definitely hands on the wheel at all times.
Yeah.
No heavy throttle.
Yeah, you got to be ready.
Lean into it.
Oh. Got to be really ready. But good on Michigan drivers. Knock on wood, so far no one's in the ditch. They've had a lot of months to get used to it.
There's the salt you speak of.
There we go. Gonna hit it on the way home. Oh, I spoke too soon.
Oh.
They were focused on the wrong thing. Was a little bit of a spin probably too.
Salt the wound, just drifting around the exit.
Yeah.
Perfectly playful car for this weather.
Yeah.
It's not intimidating to the extent where you don't want to put it sideways and enjoy it, but it also gets, and it somewhat has to do with the tires as well, but it also gets reeled in so easily.
It's really like progressive and easy to control. And the steering is just all right. Returns to center right nicely, and some of the higher speed moments kind of get you, but you can always turn traction control back on for that. Yeah, no, you're right. There's nothing like driving a good rear-wheel drive chassis in the snow and in like inclement weather, even in the wet. Like your Cadillac. Tom has a CTS V Sport, rear-wheel drive. How much horsepower?
420.
420 horsepower. It's like this great sports sedan chassis. It's got magnetic ride control. It's a fantastic car to drive. And in the snow, on winter tires, it's a beast. It gets through anything.
That's great.
Yeah, it's as fun as this thing is to drive. Minus having a handbrake and a manual. Like it does all the things. All right, that's gonna wrap up this video. We will take a couple photos for the gram, and hopefully you guys enjoyed what might be our last snow and our first snow drive in the BRZ. Cool. Thanks for being a good passenger.
Yeah, thanks for the ride.
Yeah, really starting to warm up to this blue too. Tom was there with me when I picked this up.
Yeah.
Getting away from my neutral bland colors is not necessarily a bad thing. Looks good in the winter with the mud flaps, but in the summer they're gonna have to go because the fronts rub under hard cornering. So on like sticky tires, it's gonna be no bueno. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you later.